Today, an estimated 185,000 people in 50 states were expected to join in high school walkouts. Students everywhere at 10 a.m. local time walked out of their classrooms for 17 minutes, 1 minute for each victim of the Stoneman Douglas shooting. SNN's Hallie Pilot was at walkouts on the Suncoast and has more.
It was a national movement, but today it couldn't have felt more local, as students from Riverview, Manatee, and Booker High School, just to name a few, stood in solidarity with the families and victims from the Stoneman Douglas shooting. Whether it was an assembly or a walkout, all asking for change and demanding their voices are heard. Booker principal Dr. Rachel Shelley hugging her students a little tighter Wednesday. She invited Superintendent Todd Bowden to Booker's gymnasium assembly.
I agreed to come under one condition, is that I was not a speaker. I think it's important that the student voice be the loudest voice that's heard today.
We, the students of Booker High School, pledge that if we see something, we say something.
In honor of all affected by the events at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School and the fervent desire to promote school safety and security.
Progress and change is happening right before our eyes. I believe that through this program that we just had, students will now feel empowered to go out and make a difference.
Students mourn the loss of Stoneman Douglas lives from afar, but over at Manatee High School, it was a little more personal.
We want change! We want change!
Especially for senior Emma Manous, who had family at Stoneman Douglas.
My cousin was there, and he walked out of his classroom and saw one of his friends on the ground. And being in a group text with him, not knowing if he was okay, I don't want anyone to ever go through that. No one should ever have to go through that.
A pain that students and teachers at Booker, Manatee, and Sarasota high schools are trying to prevent.
I support a gun ban, especially the ARs. I think it's crazy to have teachers armed in school. The kids are doing a great job leading us rather than us leading them, which of course they tell us we have failed to do, which is true.
Everyone around me has the same mentality that we want to keep our schools safe, that we want to keep this awareness heightened, and that we want to bring about change.
As soon as the bell rang and I saw everyone walking out of class, I was almost in tears. It means the world to me, and especially to the students that are at Stoneman Douglas. I'm sure it means the world to them.
Some school districts around the country threaten disciplinary action against students who walked out of class, but educators here
have been helping us coordinate this whole thing, and so they've been with us throughout the entire process.
It just makes me so proud, makes me hopeful for the future. You know, like things are so crazy now politically, but they're gutsy and they got a long life to go.
Bowden says it was important to provide students with a platform as long as they used it responsibly.
And I'm so proud of the students here at Booker High School and the way that they conducted themselves today. It really shows that we have a great generation of leaders coming up through our school district.
And Superintendent Bowden said in his 20 years in school administration, he has never seen a movement quite like this one. Reporting from Booker High School, Hallie Pilot, SNN, the Suncoast News Network.